Okay, we are here on the corner of Jericho Turnpike and Route 110 in Huntington Town, where a rally is taking place right now to denounce the violence in Charlottesville. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you a good amount of people here. The line actually stretches around the corner there. And there are folks here obviously very upset about what has happened in Charlottesville, specifically the rise of some of these far-right extremist groups that was fully on display for the nation and really the world to see over the past couple of days. So these folks felt it was important to come out here and at least make it very clear to their neighbors really and others who live on Long Island that that kind of activity is not going to be tolerated in our neighborhoods and really across Nassau and Suffolk County. So you can hear the horns. They are certainly gaining support from folks who drive by here. Fortunately, there has not been any type of counter protest or anything like that. It's been a very peaceful protest. There are people here who clearly don't like the president. I think that's been made plain. You can look through some of their signs, and maybe we'll walk through later and kind of take a look at that. They're unhappy, with the president's rhetoric throughout his campaign and then even into his tenure as president, but they're also not happy with his response yesterday. They feel he should have gone further in denouncing the white supremacy groups, the Ku Klux Klan, and these far-right groups. Many folks here say they think he didn't do so purely for political reasons. They feel that a lot of those folks on the fringe right are people who support the president, and they believe he doesn't want to lose their support. Now, to be very clear, there are also many Republicans, including Congressman Peter King, who I spoke with yesterday, who have right off the bat come out and fully denounced white supremacist groups, the Ku Klux Klan, and anyone else involved. Many people also believe that the president's speech did go far enough, but you won't find those folks here. They're very upset that he did not specifically call out these groups. And it is worth noting that this president, even when he was a candidate, has never shied away from singling people or groups out that he has a problem with. I mean, just this past week, he was tweeting a storm, really, against Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, a fellow Republican, specifically because McConnell wasn't able to corral enough votes to pass the president's health care plan. So he's not afraid to go out and call out people specifically, but he hasn't done that here. Some might argue that he doesn't want to inflame tensions further, but the folks here really believe it's because the president thinks that those folks, even if he doesn't necessarily agree with them, they support him. So that's a debate for another time, and that's a debate that certainly draws strong opinions on the left, right, center, and just about everywhere in between. As you can see now, the folks here, again, it's a very peaceful protest. There's not a lot of rallying at this point. They're holding up signs, trying to elicit a reaction from drivers as they pass by. Also several candidates for office here as well, Democratic candidates, trying to work the grassroots, so to speak. We'll take a walk in just a little bit. A lot of support there. We'll take a walk down the line. Let's do it right now and try to do this without crashing into people. And then we'll come back around and hopefully get a shot of some of the signs. So there you see sign, clearly not a fan of the president. Continue to go down the line here. Good amount of people. Apparently this was all kind of put together within the last few hours. This is an impromptu response to what has happened in Charlottesville. Just going to work our way through here. Then we'll spin back around. You can see One America for All there, another sign. Hate has no home here. The signs vary. There are signs that are purely patriotic and purely, anti-hate, and then there are other signs that are a bit more partisan. And that comes with the territory, I suppose. But we'll take another walk here. They're waiting for action. They're waiting for more cars to come through. Waiting for the traffic light. Also, some folks across the street now. We've seen people continuing to try to stream over here and try to join with. I think you can see a sign over there. If you are not outraged, you are not paying attention.
I'll give you a
Sign that most people probably would agree with. Continue to walk. These folks have an American flag. Stop Fascism Now sign. We're here. Newsday is here as well, as you can see.
Congressman standing with us.
Continuing to take a look. Reading some of your comments here. Dangerous corner to be standing on. That may be true. It has been a dangerous corner in the past. Someone asking, where is this? This is the corner of Route 110 and Jericho Turnpike in Huntington Station, I guess, technically this is. And so the comments continuing to stream in here. You know, the one thing you hate to see this break down into, which seems like everything in our society breaks down into now in one way or another, is a partisan battle, a partisan divide. I mean, this is a situation where I think most like-minded people, you know, decent-minded people are obviously going to speak out against white supremacy and the Klan and that kind of hatred, but there's a bit of a partisan taste to this too, and then that starts to anger some other people on the right who don't necessarily support what happened in Charlottesville, of course, but also start to look away. So I think it's part of society and our culture at this point. Maybe it's the whole social media scenario. Maybe I'm contributing to it with this Facebook Live, which I hope I'm not, but everything kind of boils down to politics at this point, even for the folks who say they don't like politics. Try to read some more of your signs, your comments here. And people blaming false reporting on the news. Okay, I don't know what was reported falsely about the events of the past 48 hours, but so be it. Take another walk down here. Do this for a couple more minutes, and I think you've gotten the
I'm
kind of
actually
flavor.
UVA alumni. If
Oh,
you're
really?
inclined to have a proper interview. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I mean,
We'll keep
at your
walking
leisure,
for now.
I'm still here. Yeah, do it.
Great, thank you. Thank you. Try to stay out of the way of Doug's shot here. So we'll back up a little bit. Another comment, good humans standing for good humans united. Go for it, people caring. And someone writing, they don't remember there being a rally against some of the radical left groups. The group continuing to grow here. Definitely seen a lot of political candidates here, Democratic candidates who are facing primaries and the like as well. We'll take one more walk down. Spin it around one more time, and then that'll probably be the end of it. This woman has a sign that says, "Make America Sane Again." You can get that sign. There it is. You're on Facebook Live. I'm continuing to look here and reading some of the comments. So, they've been going since about 3 o'clock. And as we said, very peaceful. No counter protest here. The folks just trying to get the word out. Yeah, little politics involved too, but by and large, trying to get the word out that they don't support what happened in Charlottesville. So that'll do it for now. We will have more on this with a live, we'll have a report tonight at 5, and then perhaps a little more later on in the evening. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.